listeners. This week on Brag Boat Business, we have a guest who will be of special interest to members of our audience who are in the market for a new job or are looking to fill positions in their companies. We sit down with Al Bassiri of Hammehr Talent Consultants. Hammehr is not just another recruiting agency. They have heart, are ethical, and go about their hiring and recruiting in very cutting-edge ways. Ever wonder why your resume doesn't get looked at, or the cover letter you spend 2 hours writing falls on deaf ears? If you're hiring and trying to fill positions, why aren't the right ones applying and the right people staying at your firm? We cover all of this with Al, including the impact AI is having on the job market and how you can win that new job and first-round pick employees. So grab a 4-pack of our sponsor, Cowboy Trail Brewery's newest beer, Lock and Load Pilsner. Sit back and take some notes. There are some real gems in this episode. Enjoy. Welcome, Al Bassiri, to Brag Boat Business.
Thank you so much for having me.
So we're going to cover all things today, recruiting, professionals and firms.
Hit me up, yeah.
All right. So maybe tell us a little bit about Hammehr Talent Consultancy.
Yeah, Hammehr Talent Consultants. We're a recruitment consultancy. I recently hired Vanessa, who you know, and she's making me get away from the agency.
do this kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I gotta promote the consultancy side of it, and the idea of that is that we're trying to help employers both with the how and the who they hire.
Oh, gotcha.
And through their recruitment, solving some of their business challenges.
So you're getting more into the kind of the strategic advising.
We would love to,
basically
our argument is there's a lot of issues that come up in companies, team morale, productivity, efficiency, things like that. They can actually take it back all the way to recruiting. How did you hire? Who did you hire? And how can you do it better?
Right. Yeah. I think we've probably been all a part of an organization where we wonder how the heck that person got hired.
Yeah, exactly. Every company has that.
Right. Yeah. So if you can minimize that and help firms hire better, I think that's probably better for everybody.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you predict someone's going to be better?
Yeah, exactly. So, so specifically, you're into IT.
Our niche
in the industry.
It's myself and 2 other founders, and all 3 of us. That's where our niche is in tech recruiting. Right. So we started there, but really the main focus of Hammehr is to help clients really better predict, use evidence-based methods to hire better.
Okay, so maybe go into a little bit more detail on that.
Sure. There's a lot of people that join companies where everyone else is like, how did you get hired type of thing. Well, typically is when hiring managers, HR teams and stuff, they tend to rely more on gut feel decision making.
For sure.
Who do I want to have a beer with? Who's more personable?
Right.
You're hiring for charm. You're hiring for confidence, not so much competence.
This is true. That's a good way to put it.
But
no, absolutely right.
That's what we try to look into is what actually predicts competence. What are the areas? A lot more cognitive than we thought.
Okay,
a lot more studies come up around people that are problem solvers, people that are adaptive, people that are big learners. They're always learning.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that tend to do best and stay longer.
Right. So that must be a little bit of a differentiator then between what you guys are doing versus your competition, I'm guessing, in the recruiting industry.
Essentially, yeah, exactly. There's just a ton of agencies out there.
There is tons, yeah.
So that's the trick is how do you differentiate yourself from other companies when every agency says the same thing?
Yeah.
Right. I think recruiting it's a science of prediction and it's a practice of risk management. Right. So you can apply that to really any profession. Yeah. Okay. We just chose on the technology side because that's where our pipeline and bigger network are.
Okay. I got you.
But if somebody comes up to us and says, hey, I need accountant.
Sure.
Same principles apply.
So you're not going to turn them away.
No.
It turns business away.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Okay. Because that was a question I had because I was educating myself on your website and it looked very specific to the IT industry. And I was wondering, why did you choose that particular industry to start and get your niche in?
And Calgary's just got a fantastic tech market right now. The startup community is huge, constantly growing. Calgary is one of the fastest growing tech industries in North America. So just a really good place to get into. And right now, the biggest struggle in the tech industry is finding talent.
Finding people.
Yeah. And my argument is, yes, that is a big difficulty. But what I'm also seeing is, how do you know when you find good talent?
Right.
Yeah. I think that's a bigger challenge that we're not addressing.
There's a situation I can see that's out in the market right now with both job seekers and firms hiring, because job seekers believe, and I've talked to several of them in the last 6 months or a year, where they're applying for jobs, dozens of jobs, maybe even hundreds of jobs, and they're not even getting a sniff at interviewing with a company, not even a phone interview. And then conversely, you've got all these companies that are seeing applications and resumes come through that are clearly probably been used by AI.
Yeah.
So the job seekers are finding that they feel that they're being unfairly sidelined because of AI bots and whatnot that these firms might be using.
Yeah.
And conversely, the firms are thinking that these are bogus resumes because created by AI. They might not have the credentials and things that are behind them.
Right. And that's it. Yeah. There's both sides are looking kind of like pointing the finger at each other. Kind of thing. You're using your AI. You're using AI.
Yeah.
Honestly, my argument is it's fine to use AI. If anything, like, why wouldn't you use a tool that's out there? It's how you're using this tool.
Yes.
So on the company side, if you're using AI to create your job descriptions, maybe take some time to really dig deeper into what that job is actually supposed to be achieving.
Right.
What is the problem you're trying to solve through this role?
Yeah.
AI is not going to address that issue.
Oh, because you know the intricacies of the business. As you know, if you're a business owner, right, you know exactly what you're looking for, and where the role for an IT person might be, basic stuff. Yeah. There might be little nuances to the role that you might need
absolutely.
To be
it's all in the nuances.
Yeah.
The challenges that a startup company has are different than the challenges that an enterprise company has.
Sure.
Different than an established medium-sized company. Yeah. Anything like that.
Yeah.
So that it depends how you're using AI on that side to figure out how you're unpacking the problem.
Mm-hmm.
On the candidate side as well, definitely, I don't blame them thinking that there's a lot of AI being used kind of against them.
Sure.
A ton of, I think more than what we're comfortable with, the number of jobs that are on the job boards are potentially fake. It's companies training their AI.
Okay. Thing, so right? That's okay.
So if you're not getting any responses, maybe that wasn't even an actual job that you applied to.
Interesting.
Right. There's stuff like that happening on the candidate side as well. There's, of course, the dishonesty, lack of integrity has always been.
Yes, it's always.
It's not AI that created it. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a bachelor's degree in psychology, but maybe not.
But maybe not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's that part's never changed. That's the onus is on the recruiter to figure out what is actually true.
Right.
Great. You have this on paper. It sounded good, but now how do we understand if you have that knowledge or you have that skill set?
Exactly.
For candidates, my best advice is always approach your job hunting like you're a salesperson.
Yeah.
You're never unemployed. You're a full commission salesperson.
That's an excellent way to put it. Yeah.
Exactly. Because it's you start looking at ghosting and rejections and stuff differently. That's something that salespeople anticipate. They built that into their process, right?
Yeah.
So look at the ways. That's not skill set that you can learn.
Yeah.
It's not just a matter of luck.
That's right.
How are you getting in front of the people's faces? What are you doing for your networking events? How are you networking?
Yeah.
Are you constantly reaching out, asking for help or support? Or are you reaching out and giving? Are you providing value?
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. Use AI on that side to do your research on companies, understand what are the potential challenges this company's having that is making them have this role open.
Right.
Evaluate who's on the team through LinkedIn or something. What are their backgrounds? What are they missing? Where are the gaps?
Yeah.
Can you fill those gaps?
Right.
You go so much deeper.
And AI can help with that research.
Exactly. Yeah. The way I use AI as a recruiter is we have different packages of recruitment. So the one that is much more evidence-based, much more science-backed. We use AI in that case to audit our interview process.
Okay.
So it's not even about the candidate. It's about making sure the questions I'm asking are actually valid questions that are predicting their job success, not their ability to interview.
Gotcha. So getting beyond tell me about a time when you showed diligence in your job.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That might be an okay question. It really depends on the role and the challenges and stuff. But yeah, if you have the question and you have a defined set of this answer is a 1 out of 5, this answer is a 3 out of 5, really make it structured.
Yeah.
You're going to get so much better. Now you're getting data.
Yeah,
from
exactly.
those candidates, right? So now you can use that data to audit your recruiting process as an employer. You can use that data to really better define some of these murky, like what is diligence
Yes.
in
Yeah.
our company? How
Yeah.
do we define that? Because it's subjective. What
Oh,
you're defining is
100%.
right.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
different than mine. So that's where AI and that's where more structured and evidence-based practices can help you be so much more effective. And the biggest pushback I get when I start selling the sciencey side of things is like, well, we don't want to ruin candidate experience because they're thinking it as this like sterile,
Hmm.
oh, okay, so you're doing this thing that's just like governance and it's just process.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're actually improving candidate experience. Candidates love getting better feedback because that
Yes.
you have specific kind of measurements on the
Absolutely.
interviews.
Yeah.
You're making decisions faster, so you're getting back to them
Yeah.
quicker. You're defining your employer brand much better, so they actually understand what environment they're going to be getting into.
Yeah.
It only adds,
Totally,
right?
because
Yeah,
they can see, the candidate can see that the company actually cares about hiring the right person. If
yeah,
they care about hiring me as the right person, hopefully everybody else at that company would be of quality as well,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, yeah. You're communicating a lot about your company through that interview process.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
So
Yeah.
treat them well.
Yeah. I remember I got hired for one company. I won't say their name. Um, Great company. But I mean, I think I had 4 phone interviews, and then I flew to the States for a gauntlet of, that's what I refer to it as, of 8 back-to-back interviews in a day
Oh my
with
God.
two people on the team for each interview.
Yeah.
Um, and that was over a 6-month period that, all these phone interviews happened, and a couple of interviews happened in person up here too. But I mean, it was a long process, and they did
Yeah.
hire very good people. So I couldn't flaw them for the.
But after like 12 overall interviews, you better hire
Oh,
good people.
yeah, exactly. Right. So that's at one end of the spectrum for sure.
Yeah.
But then you hear other stories of guys getting hired after a phone call,
Yeah.
and you're like, I guess you're kind of rolling the dice there.
Both are actually in those cases because there are like studies that show like there is such a thing as too many interviews that
Yeah.
it
Oh, yeah.
actually starts like lowering your chances of predicting if this person's going to be good
Exactly,
or
because
not.
if they're a first round draft pick
Yeah,
and they're not just interviewing with your company,
yeah,
they'll be interviewing with other quality companies too. So,
exactly.
and in this tight job market, I'm guessing it's pretty competitive.
That's it.
Yeah.
Competitive is a good word too because a lot of companies they set themselves up for being competitive with their direct product or service competitors.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, fleecing each other's employees back and forth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now with like, let's say with AI, skill sets being a big need pretty much with every company.
Yeah.
There's law firms competing with warehouse manufacturing.
Okay. Wow, really?
Kind of stuff. Like there are completely different industries, completely different
kidding.
brackets and all that kind of stuff looking for the same talent. So how do you now compete for the candidate? That's a completely different kind of marketing that you have to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So walk us through the process. If you're headhunting somebody, what does that look like right from the reach out to the time that they interview with the company?
Employer comes to us. They say they have a need to fill a role. We meet with them. We have a more of a strategic call around. Okay, you have a need, but like let's unpack this need. Let's see what this is going to actually solve.
Right.
And get them thinking about this role within the bigger context of the company of the clientele and all that kind of stuff, right? And help them define some things that they might find undefinable. And usually that's around culture.
Sure.
So we start asking them, okay, what's the pace of work? How many projects are they taking on at a time? Something like that. The scope and size of projects that they're going to be addressing. What's the decision-making process? If they have a new idea, they want to be innovative. Do they just run with it, or do they need to meet with you, or is there like multiple meetings and multiple hierarchies?
Yeah.
What's that like leadership org structure?
Right.
I think,
Yeah.
right? These all say something about the culture.
Yeah. 100%.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the amount of resources that's available to them? Is this more of like a manual process type of thing, or do they have to be on like the latest and greatest bleeding edge tech
Sure.
knowledge, right? So stuff like that, we flesh out, and then we create our version of the job description. It's less of a job description; it's more of a job ad. So now we're talking to the candidate. Usually, have like a headline of like, "This is who it's for." It's something where it doesn't try to sell it to everybody.
Yeah.
We try to really target to the type of candidate this client is.
You don't want to have to go through thousands of
exactly
resumes. Yeah.
And also waste the candidate's time. That like we want them to select themselves out.
Yes.
And that like if you're wanting an environment that's completely different to this, then Be warned, this isn't for
right,
you, right?
exactly.
So we put that out. We'll apply, or like you said, we do some headhunting. We go out there and we find the talent. They're there actively looking, passively looking, whatever it is, and we have our own network and all that kind of stuff to reach out to as well. Start the preliminary conversations. Our recruiters have the chats with the candidates, get the idea of like what's the interest, give more information about the job, more information about the environment, all that kind of stuff. Get information from the candidate about why they think they're a fit for this role, flesh that part out. And then if it's the more evidence-based package, then the next stage is they come to me. I do the structured interview
Oh,
at
okay.
that point,
All
right?
right.
The structured interview, I've worked with the hiring manager and the hiring team to create these questions and the answers, and I give it back to them for them to review, and they're like, okay, this is a good vision of what we're trying to find here.
Okay.
So I do that, and that's how we can say we can send you the top 20% because literally that they're getting graded as
Sure.
what the percentage is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just because a lot of agencies out there, I don't know if you get bombarded by recruitment agencies or not, but
Yeah, well, every week. Yeah.
every week, there you
Every
go.
week, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of their sells. Like, we give you the top 20%. I'm like, how do you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Top 20 of what?
Top 20 of what? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Talk to every person in the city or yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Great marketing they've got.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we got to compete with that. So we submit the ones that have passed, and regardless of whether or not we submit them, we're keeping very good relationship with the candidates as well. Keep them in the loop. Usually I try to get them feedback before we go into a weekend because we want to recognize job hunting is so much more emotional.
Oh, that's very kind that you do that.
Right?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
It's just like, yeah, in the weekend, that's pretty much 2 days that you're not getting anything. You're probably going to have sleepless nights.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So if I can just like solve it for you a little bit.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Well, because I mean, they might have thought it was a great interview.
Yeah.
And it might not have been.
It might not have been. Right.
So you can give that kind of feedback. And
exactly. And then there's some folks that, we call them up. Hey, can I give you feedback? Like, are you open to it? Rarely do they say no.
Sure.
But then like some folks, when they do get the feedback, they still want to push against. They're like, hey, no, it's not that.
Right.
You lacked the experience. It's maybe you didn't demonstrate it well enough. Maybe it's a different skill set.
Right.
That you were concentrating on. You might be excellent in the job you're doing, but going back to the whole idea that job hunting is sales, maybe it's selling yourself part was where you're struggling.
You got to know who you're talking to.
You got to know who you're talking to.
Yeah. Exactly. And what they're looking for, what their needs are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Especially in tech. Like if I tell you right from the beginning that, I'm the recruiter, I'm not like in the tech department myself. You don't need to go into the weeds that much because it'll just go over my head.
Right.
Right. So know your audience.
Yeah.
And then when we submit the candidate, we also speak with the client on what our view was of the candidate, their fit insight. Here's what they were good at. Here's where we think they might benefit from learning more, or the client should maybe ask more questions to flesh out some of the other areas. And then the client decides if they want to interview or not. This whole time, we're keeping the candidate in the loop with what's going on. Once they get an interview, we send them interview prep, help them with preparing. Yeah, and help them sell the best version of themselves as they can.
Yes.
Essentially. So talk to them about the types of like interview answering frameworks and stuff like that to prepare. From there, we try to get feedback from both sides. Hey, candidate, how was it from your perspective? Were you struggling with anything? Did you wish you could answer something in a different way or anything like that? And then with the client as well, what were your first impressions? Who else needs to, maybe be involved in this to decide what the next steps could be and all that kind of stuff. And then finally, hopefully, if this is all going well, we get to the offer stage. And again, we help both sides with the negotiations.
Okay.
Hey, so-and-so was really hoping for this kind of salary. I know that's not within your bandwidth, but
how much do you like them?
How much do you like them? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Can you do it? If you can't do it, is there anything like non-monetary that you can give to make their life better still working with
exactly.
You? Right. And that's another big advice to candidates: don't just focus on the compensation.
Right. Yeah. It's a quality of life. It's vacation. It's
exactly.
Yeah. Maybe flexible days you can work from home if you need to, or
totally. Yeah. Exactly. There's so many other things that you can talk about that you can get out of an offer versus just compensation. Where compensation is also like, if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, I know we all want as much money as we can.
Yeah.
That's not a secret.
They want to pay us the least and we want the most.
Exactly. So, so just saying that I want more without presenting any sort of business case, without presenting any sort of like justification for it, besides I want it.
Yeah.
I know you want it. Is now you're kind of like selling against yourself.
Yes, because
right?
now you're like, well, maybe I don't want this guy. He's too hung up on the dollar
It's the
figure.
external motivation now.
Yeah.
It's too extrinsically motivated.
100%.
We want intrinsically motivated.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are showing, again, this is where data is showing intrinsic motivation creates much more higher quality.
Absolutely.
And those are some of the nicer conversations I
Yeah.
have when they're intrinsically motivated. When you feel their passion stuff, there's like, I could do an interview at like 4 p.m., 5 p.m. And by the end of it, I'm energized.
Yeah. They're excited. You're excited. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the other way around as well. I can do an interview with someone at like, or at noon hour.
Sucks the life right out of you.
Sucks the life out of you. Yeah. There are those people that like, if you're coming across as passionate and it's like, it's coming through.
Yeah.
It's such a nice conversation.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So watch for
That's
that.
good. All right.
Yeah.
So that whole time frame, that whole process you walked us through just now, how long does that generally take? I'm sure it differs, but
we try to aim it for within like a 30-day
type
of period.
That's pretty reasonable.
Typical industry standard is about 45 days or so.
Okay.
One company I worked at was 90 days.
Wow.
Which is insane.
It's a long time.
That's a long time. Yeah. And then our argument is if you actually make it more evidence-based and create the structured interviews and stuff, that makes your decision making faster. We had a client that take us up on it. They made a decision in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 3 interviews in 2 weeks.
Perfect.
Go. And the person was hired last year. He's still there. He's still loving it. So it's showing that it works. You can make quicker decisions and have them last longer. Like what?
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's a great case study.
It's working.
Yeah, good. So Hammehr, how long has Hammehr been around?
We've been around for just over 2 years.
Okay, so still fairly new.
We're still fairly new. Yeah.
I mean, you guys aren't new, but the business itself is
Yeah. The business is still a baby.
Yeah. So you must be gaining some of these good case studies and some of these good examples.
We're keeping an eye on our successes. Yeah. We're beating industry standards quite significantly.
Oh, fantastic.
In all the areas. So
nice.
Yeah, even in 2 years, we're doing quite well.
Excellent. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you
excellent.
very much. Yeah.
What's one of the more surprising trends or technology that's changing how you're approaching hiring today? I know we talked about AI, but is there anything else out there that, or maybe some specific side of AI that might be kind of changing things?
It is interesting to see that the more advanced tech gets, the less emphasis should be placed on tech skills, if that makes sense.
It's more EQ.
It's more EQ. Yeah. 100%. It's more those soft skills are becoming so much more hard skills.
Right. Yeah.
Right. The adaptability to the tech. If tech's constantly changing and you're going to be obsolete very quickly.
Yeah.
I almost don't care how good you are today.
Because it's going to change tomorrow. We need you to change.
Exactly. Are you going to keep changing with the tech? Are you going to keep updated? Flexibility of different tech, solving different problems in different environments, all that stuff. Do you have that kind of personality where you can mold yourself to different problems and challenges and things like that? How are you unpacking problems? Or are you just like throwing out solutions? Are you making that someone else's problem? Are you good at finding problems but not solutions?
Don't bring me problems, bring me solutions.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the mindset, it's the EQ, the level of integrity, conscientiousness.
Yeah.
These are the things that are actually predicting job success.
Okay. And those are the things that you guys are measuring at Hammehr.
Those are the things that we measure.
Yeah. Excellent. That's interesting because going back to a stereotype of IT, they might be very good technically.
Yeah.
But on the people side, it could be a different story.
Yeah, we're not known for that stereotype. Yeah, exactly.
Fair. Yeah, no, that's interesting. And so you're mentioning that the way that you are evaluating candidates and the screening questions and the whole process, you get a little bit of pushback just because that's not the way these companies have worked.
Oh, yeah.
Before us.
So I think where it's coming, well, recruitment's one of those things where if you've ever had a job, you've been in a recruiting process. Yeah. So we've all been in it. Yeah. And when it's like a situation where we've all experienced it, we've all had opinions about it. Yeah. So it does get a little bit muddied up.
Yeah.
What's best practice and what is actual evidence-based best practice versus what's something that's you've been told over and over again to the point where like there's so much anecdote that it sounds like evidence at this point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the pushback I get are mainly from the senior level leaders who feel like their gut decision is just fine. They have that confirmation bias.
There's no bias there.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And that's it. They've tied it so much into their identity that it's almost like a personal insult.
Yeah.
If you're saying like, oh no, you shouldn't be making gut feeling decisions. You should be making decisions based off of these factors.
Yes.
And here's how you should be measuring it.
Right.
Type of thing. But they're like, no, I've been in the business for 30 years. I can tell within 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever it is, if someone's going to be a fit or not.
Yeah.
No, you can't. You absolutely cannot. I guarantee you. It's worked for you maybe a couple times and you're remembering the hits.
The good things,
The
yes.
good things.
Yeah, we all block out the bad ones.
Exactly, yeah. Well, then why is it almost every company has that employee or whatever who everyone else is wondering, like,
what is this guy doing?
Yeah, how did you get in here? Right? So it's those things. It's like, how do you know your gut decisions are working if you're not even like keeping track of it? Once you finish with the interview, you're throwing your notes away. You're not even using that as data to come back and
true enough
see, what was successful, what was it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So when you're interviewing these candidates, are you recording these conversations like for you say as data points for later?
That's right, with their permission.
With their permission.
Yeah.
That's an important aspect.
Exactly. But again, as a way to the note-taking side gets a lot easier, so I can actually have the conversation and not be typing it all out. B, if they do end up going into so much more technical stuff, maybe they're actually giving a great answer and I'm not smart enough to I will not back of it.
Yeah, you're just not familiar with it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't want them to be penalized for my shortcomings, essentially. Right.
Yeah.
So in that way, and I can go back to the transcript and see, okay, what was the actual answer? And I get AI to also do its own scoring. I do my scoring. It's a much longer process than just takes about an hour or so to like really go through it. If there's any discrepancy between the scores, I go back and I make the final decision.
Oh, okay.
Why is it that AI thinks this should be scored higher or lower, or whatever? And then from there, I look at the evidence, I look at the answer, the context of it, and how did I even like present the question? That could have influenced them in how they're answering.
Right.
Did I ask for a specific example, or did I was I clumsy with it and I just said, how do you hypothetically do it, or like imply hypothetical?
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
Okay.
Keeps me on track.
What are the most common cliches about recruiting? And why are they inaccurate?
I almost want to ask you.
You just assume I'm not going to get a call back? I don't know.
Pretty much. Yeah. Recruiters, basically like they're running the show. They're going to call you back if they want, but be prepared to just never hear from them again. Recruiters are, from the employer side, they're more salespeople than they are recruiters,
right?
kind of thing. They're just going to throw resumes at me until I say yes to something.
Stop the pain. Just stop the pain.
Right? Yeah. It's all very transactional. Transactional
very much so.
Big thing, right? And you know what? It is a reputation that recruiters have earned, unfortunately.
Well, there's so many of them, and they're not all ethical.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The price of entry is super low to be a recruiter. There's no
you can hang a shingle out and open up tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. If you want, you have a laptop, you have a cell phone, you're good to go. Get your license. And the license isn't super tough to get.
Oh, so you do need to be licensed.
You do need to be licensed, but you just need to meet certain criteria. You don't have to have like any like
education behind it,
experience or anything like that. Gotcha. Yeah. So anybody could become, and I had like previous recruiters who were in sports, previous recruiters who were telemarketers. Now coming at it from a sales perspective. And then I've had recruiters be more on the either directly HR or myself through like a psychology degree. They're all in different ways wrong.
Okay. All right.
I guess. It's kind of like it's a mix of everything, but really at the end of the day, there should be a best process that we should all be following. And it exists. It's not, I know I keep hearing this thing is like recruitment's broken. It's not. There is a perfectly good process to be followed. And there's a lot of research behind it.
No doubt.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't let your seniority, don't let your identity get in the way of doing structured interviews. Structured interviews are seen as something that like junior recruiters do.
Okay.
Right? It's like, why do I need a checklist? Why do I need this? Astronauts use checklists.
Right? Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yes, absolutely.
Why shouldn't we? Like, why are we? It's definitely not rocket science.
That's right. Yes, exactly.
Right? So in that way, there's been this argument of like, do you need to be like a certain level of seniority to be a good recruiter? My argument is if you do, the process probably isn't correct. You should have a hiring process where you could put anybody in that seat. They could go through it and everybody would come to the same decision of who should be hired.
Okay.
And that's enough, or at least within like a one or two person kind of thing. That's when you have a good process.
Yes, absolutely.
But we don't. And we have a lot of gut feeling decisions. We have a lot of opinions.
Sure.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
that works in there.
Yeah.
Pseudoscience.
That's right. Exactly. It must be good for you though when you have like so those examples that you're speaking of where you found a perfect fit for the customer for your client.
Yeah.
The candidate's happy, the company's happy. They must come back to the well and wanting more when they need another hire.
Thankfully, yeah. I think every single client we've had has been a repeat client.
Yeah, excellent.
Even the ones that we weren't successful in. I think that's a better measure of our success.
Okay, yeah.
Is the client where the first role they gave us, we weren't successful and they hired us through a different means. They came back to us. They said, you guys were awesome.
Yeah.
Here's another job. If you can just help us out.
Right. And it's that relationship that you're building. So
Exactly.
it's trust. It's trust.
It's trust. Exactly. Yeah. It's trust. It's transparency. It's, hey, we didn't find the right candidate, but here's all the information that we gathered about this role in the candidate market. Right. Here's where you're sitting with the salary that you're wanting to provide. You're in the 50th percentile or something like that.
Yeah.
So you're not just giving the candidate to them, but you're giving them knowledge.
Sure.
To better themselves.
Yeah.
And that I find that to be an actual like true partner.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, that's got to feel good.
Yeah. It's got to be true regardless or not it's coming from me.
What is the percent? Maybe it's an unfair question. What's the percentage of companies that are outsource their recruiting to companies that do it in-house?
Probably a fairly significant number of companies would use recruitment agencies.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
And they just don't have a big enough HR department to handle it themselves, or
it really could be for so many different reasons. Yeah. The thing I would love for companies to kind of exploring or understanding is not all recruitment agencies have the same value model. We're not all McDonald's.
Right.
Just like restaurants.
Because there are some very large recruiting firms out there.
Exactly. There's giant ones and there's tiny little boutique ones like us. And it could be, it really depends on the actual need that the company has. It's not just find us good candidates quickly. If that's all you need, then
go to McDonald's.
Be tough. Go to McDonald's. Yeah. I need to get full quick. Okay.
Yeah.
That's McDonald's.
Yeah.
If you want something different, if you want the experience, if you want something more, and you've already unpacked that challenge and you know what you're trying to solve. Okay, well maybe now it's like the next level and like the Moxie's restaurants and all that kind of
sure.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Italian farmhouse here, right? Yeah, you have the local kind of restaurants, or you need all the way up to the Michelin star rated. That would be like executive recruiting,
right?
Type of thing.
Yes.
So it really depends on what you're trying to look for, and that will help you ask better questions from these different recruitment agencies. This could be something that the recruitment agency can also help you define what your needs are.
Right.
We're not all like the smarmy trying to
sucker you into a contract.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I get why that's the perception because again, anybody can.
It's bad actors.
Yeah, it's bad actors. But when that happens, and when you see every single recruitment agency as the same, well, the only thing that is changing is the fee.
Yeah.
So it's a race to the bottom.
Ah, yes. Right? So you're seeing that in the market too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's some companies that immediately they're like, I don't care about your pitch. How much is the fee? How long is your guarantee period?
Yeah.
Kind of they want the longest guarantee period for the smallest fee.
Yeah. You pay for what you get.
But you pay for what you get. Yeah, exactly. If you go to the dollar store, well, you get dollar store quality. It's tough to say what an agency charging 25% of a 1 year salary, how they're different than an agency charging 15%.
Okay.
There's like the range in pricing without really being able to tell what the value is.
Yeah.
So ask them.
Yeah.
What would I get at this higher level kind of thing that you're trying to charge me?
Yeah.
If it's the same thing as any other agency, well, maybe that's not for you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just made me think of something when you said that. I'm going to show you a book later. A guy I met last year, and he was talking about, his book is more on retention.
Okay.
And how the cost to replace an employee. You're paying an employee $100,000 a year, and he's looking for $110,000 a year, but you don't pay him that, so he leaves, and then the cost to replace that employee is 2.5 times of what his annual salary is.
Yeah, 2 to 3 times the salary.
Do you see a lot of that kind of happening as well in the marketplace where?
Oh yeah,
turnover just based on employees' needs not being met. Maybe it's not even financial. Maybe it's something
just whatever it is. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, absolutely. I guess it's sort of like the kind of economy that we're in right now. Businesses are way too comfortable with layoffs.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Oh yeah.
It's becoming an option too quick, I think. And that's something that I argue is also you can take it all the way back to your recruiting.
Right.
If you didn't define well enough what you were looking for and how you were going to get there. I bring this example up quite a bit, but I was sitting in the audience of a panel kind of a conversation. And one of this startup CEOs was talking about like, oh yeah, we just did a layoff of all our B players. I'm like, oh, interesting. B players. All right. Afterwards, I go up to him like, what did you mean? Like, maybe like I can help you through like recruiting. So you're getting more A players kind of thing. And then he's like, oh yeah, well, I mean, like they were A players when I first hired them, but I wasn't anticipating the business changing the way it did within a year. And then they weren't a fit anymore.
Oh, wow.
Like they're not B players. They're perfectly good people. You're going around like bashing.
Exactly.
It's your fault.
That's right.
Yeah.
My goodness.
You definitely need evidence-based recruiting, but he was one of those people that, again, they held that thing. They held their belief as their identity that like, nope, the way I'm recruiting is fine. There's no way you can predict job success a year from now.
Yeah.
Like all you needed to do is measure someone who's adaptable to changing
To change.
environment.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
There's so many layers.
Yeah.
In recruiting and in hiring people. It's
great. Yeah.
It's fascinating. Good thing you get a psychology degree.
Yeah. I wish I could tell you it helps, but I don't know.
What's one of your pet peeves about the industry?
Oh God, what is one of my pet peeves about this? Quite a few. I think obviously the lack of evidence. I don't know. I'm bringing it up quite a bit, but honestly, that was the biggest thing when I first got into HR. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Now I get to see like from the inside. I get to see how the sausage is made, kind of thing. And I remember sitting in one of these conversations where they were wanting to hire somebody and they were trying to figure out what to pay them for compensation. And I came up with all this like analysis, all that stuff. I'm like, okay, based on this is what we should pay. And they looked at it like, no, give him this. And it was like something completely different. I'm like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. Like this is going to attract them. I'm like, okay, so you guys have nothing then either. Yeah. Oh. And then I saw that translate into every other different area of our practices and stuff like that, where I start to kind of fall out of love with HR.
Oh, yeah.
Got into the recruiting side.
What piece of advice do you have for job hunters? I know you've given us a few tidbits already.
For sure. Job hunters, the biggest piece of advice is approach it like it's a sales role.
Yeah.
I can delve deeper into that. So when I get messages from candidates, and I get quite a few,
no doubt,
I can almost see the exact template they use because it's almost always the same. Hi, Al. Hope you're doing well. I saw that you're hiring for this position. I would like to interview for it, or I would like to have a chat with you about it. Would you be free to discuss?
Why?
Yeah. Like you haven't shown, and like if it was like one person reaching out and stuff, great. If this was like 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yes. When email was new.
LinkedIn was new. And like this kind of thing showed big initiative.
Right.
That would make you stand out.
Yeah.
And before even LinkedIn and stuff, it was back when like you just show up to the office kind of thing. Oh, okay, that's a go-getter.
Yeah.
Nowadays you do that, you're a creepy guy.
Yeah, they're exactly
calling
right.
security.
Yeah.
Right. So some of this stuff, there's inflation on some of these practices, just like with every sales method, whether you're doing cold calling or emailing or all that stuff, there's inflation. Once the rest of the crowd catches on, the value of that outreach goes down.
Yeah, it goes watered down. For sure.
So if you're going to reach out to a recruiter, make sure you're reaching out with some sort of value. Like, hey, I did see this role that you posted. I like to use this example. Sometimes I know people hate cover letters, and not a lot of recruiters read cover letters and stuff. I do because I just see like, okay, you put effort in. I'm going to give you the minute to read it.
That's nice of you.
Right. Thank you.
Crumple it up and throw the
The type I've seen is a T-style cover letter. It's just like a table format. Left-hand column, here's like the top 3 or 5 requirements that the company listed that they need. Right-hand column, here's how I meet those requirements in just bullet point format. I don't need you to like,
drone on for sentence after sentence.
Your company's so good. This is my life's mission to work with you, kind of stuff like. Great. I'm glad.
But you're going to tell me these things. I know you're going to tell me these things. Yeah.
That's not really selling why you're a fit for this company. Like, I'm glad you're motivated to do it, but I have no idea why you're a fit for this role. That in a very clear, cut and dry kind of way is like, here's why I think I'm a fit. Column A, column B. Some recruiters in the technology industry, if they're not techie themselves, this helps quite a bit. You're doing their pre-screen for them essentially. Right.
Yeah.
So you're kind of upping your chances like that by approaching that recruiter with that kind of assistance.
Yeah, getting creative in a practical way rather than just a bunch of fluff and flowers around something.
Exactly. Now, before everybody goes around sending cover letter or T-style cover letters and stuff. That's one example. Again, approach it as sales. Sales is so creative.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Find any way to add value.
Stand out.
Anything. Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah. It could be you're even reaching out to the wrong target audience. Maybe hiring managers, recruiters, they're bombarded. Reach out to the person that is in that department, one of the individual contributors.
Right. Yeah.
Have a coffee chat or something, learn about the company that way.
That's a good idea.
Right. And then they can do a referral to you.
And a lot of companies have like cash referral programs for employees.
Now you have someone vouching for you.
Yes. He's got skin in the game now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it just benefits everybody in those ways. So there's
interesting.
Use the creativity of sales to look for work.
Yeah. It's a good tip. Yeah. It's a good tip. How often does a firm really drop the ball on a great candidate?
Too often.
Is that right? Yeah. Someone you love and
often candidates from like, you please just talk to them. Like, here's all their information.
This is 1 in a million.
1 in a million. Like I know I have talked to so many people.
Yeah.
You need to speak to this person.
Yeah.
And they look at them. It could be the most like minor thing. Like, they got a gap like 10 years ago. Who cares? Like, just talk. I'm telling you, like, you need to talk to them. Nah, I don't think so.
Oh my God.
Okay. You only do so much.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
What's the craziest story you've seen playing out with an applicant really screwing themselves out of a good gig?
I love this example. I was interviewing. So obviously during COVID, after COVID, remote interviewing became big, doing interviews over Teams for us. One candidate, she was talking, but like the words weren't matching her lips.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, there's no way. So like, I like stopped taking notes. I'm just like zooming in onto her face and stuff. I'm like, okay, I really don't think it's a lag. I think there's just like completely off.
Somebody else is talking.
Somebody else off camera is giving the answer. So I just like made a joke or something to make them laugh. And sure enough, the laugh face did not match the
Came
sound.
Came off screen.
I'm like, this is insane. So I still didn't trust it enough to like call it out or anything like that. I just like ended the interview, was thinking about it. And I think it was like a few hours later, very shortly after, my colleague at the time and now my business partner, he's one of the founders, calls me and he's like, hey, I just did an interview for this other role. And this guy, I swear to God, like I think he had somebody off camera giving the answers. He was just lip syncing.
Oh my God.
So just
that's odd.
I've never heard candidates go through. Yeah, it's been really interesting. And I know I've caught someone easily typing my questions on ChatGPT, and they're like stalling for the longest time to like wait for it to give the answer.
That's funny.
To just give me the most generic answer.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, people are they're screwing themselves in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Integrity is actually a big predictor of job success. If you're going to right away show your lack of integrity, that's it.
Yeah. No, exactly. I had a bunch of IT jokes for you, but
hit me.
All right. Why did the IT manager cross the road?
Why?
To deny everyone on the other side access. That's the only one I got. What's the most unusual or unexpected question you've been asked by a candidate?
I don't know if it's unusual. I suspect it might happen more and more, but I did have a candidate ask me to send the interview questions beforehand.
Beforehand, yeah. Okay.
Which I wouldn't say that's like a ridiculous request or anything like that. It's very unconventional, but I can understand some folks, especially like folks with like ADHD and stuff.
Sure.
In underrepresented communities.
Yep.
They might need that type of a.
Maybe English is not their first language.
English isn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You want to make sure this isn't a quiz or a test. You want to just see if they're going to be successful in the role. Yeah. So I do think that is more on us as recruiters to make things more accessible, stuff like that. But yeah, that was an interesting request that came out
that would be
made me want to start exploring it.
Yeah. So you're in the business. You're a founding member of the business.
I am.
Hammehr. Okay. What was some of the things that you've learned being an entrepreneur? Is this your first business that you've started with your founders?
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to start a business or anything like that, but
right, I know
when that passion hits it, you can't.
I can do this better.
Exactly. Yeah, it got to a point where it's like, you know what, if I get to old age and like I think back to my life, I don't want this to be a regret. I want to know, even if this business fails.
Good for you.
I want to know.
You give it a shot.
I gave it a shot. Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to know what I'm made of.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And same with my business partners as well. Nice. That same idea.
Yeah. All the same mindset. That's good. Yeah.
What I wasn't anticipating was both for myself and also like other startups that I'm seeing, the imposter syndrome. Is unreal.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like doing something that's like completely different from the rest of the market.
Huge.
Like, is evidence based recruiting like something that
you start
is
second guessing yourself,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
Like, do I know enough about it to be like the voice of it and like try and like lead something? Like I know there's a gap.
Yeah.
And now how do I convince other people that this is a significant gap? There is value in evidence and all that kind of stuff. So now I'm learning like how do I speak their language, not just my own, and hoping people resonate with me.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. So that was a big one. And then having conversations with other startup founders, and you can tell when they're trying to like mask their imposter syndrome,
real insecurity, and
exactly. And those are the ones that I find are the toughest to change their minds, because again, they've tied that to their identity, kind of thing. Like I can't be found out that like I don't know enough about the subject. You know what?
And I've come to the conclusion, nobody knows what the hell they're doing. So you might as well do what you know you're good at.
100%. Yeah. I don't trust someone that doesn't have imposter syndrome.
Yeah. You got to have a little bit of humility and understanding that you don't know it all.
Yeah. What are you,
and there's different ways of doing things. Yeah. Psychopaths. These are the ones that are out there.
Yeah.
No, that's excellent. That's good. What's your proudest business moment so far?
We essentially turned away a client that didn't fit.
Oh, okay. You fired somebody. Good.
And it was early days. It was like still like within months of us starting the business.
Yeah.
So very hungry to start bringing clients.
Of course, that had to be hard to make that decision.
Exactly. That was really tough. And that one was because they were, I mean, it's fine for asking for longer guarantee periods and stuff like that. Of course, that's like insurance. That we're not cheap. I get that part, but it was guarantee periods because their environment was basically like a revolving door. It was a culture that like it wasn't there because of us or anything like that. So it wasn't anything that we could control.
That's tough.
And we didn't want to incentivize ourselves in any way to force someone to stay if we put them in that kind of environment.
Yeah, that's ethical. That's an ethical thing to do.
Yeah, so it was definitely that very early on we got to this like ethical versus revenue.
Yeah. And did the client understand? Did they where you guys are coming from, or wasn't an amicable split?
You know what? It's funny you say that. So the main stakeholder at the time understand in a way of like, we'll just find another agency.
Sure.
Like, it wasn't something that like, they took offense to or anything like that. They're like, take it or leave it, essentially. And we're like, okay, well, I don't think this is going to work out.
If this is, you're going to die on this hill. Yeah. That
stakeholder left, and a year later, almost exactly a year later, they came back and we signed them on, and their client now, and their environment's much better. Yeah.
Good for you. Knowing what you know now, is there anything you would have done differently when you first started out?
Not even with my business, just personal life. I always like ask this question. It's one of those things that I always like,
hindsight's 2020.
Hindsight's 2020. What if I had a time machine? Would I go back and change? Right. It's hard to say. It's attractive to say, yes, I would do some things differently. But then like when I sit down and think more about it, it's like, well, I am here because of.
That's right. You persevered.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the mistakes were lessons. All the successes were lessons. Like everything was needed.
Yes.
Basically. Turning down a client right at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
That helped us learn who we want to be, what the identity of this company is trying to be.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. So no.
Good. Yeah. You are who you are because of the things that you went through, and you like you. I like me.
Yeah,
exactly. That's right. We play a game here called 3 questions. These 3 questions, because we've asked a lot of questions already, but we're going to ask some more.
Okay.
All right. So what is one tech buzzword you secretly dislike, and why?
Tech buzzword that I secretly dislike. Oh,
be really any buzzword, I guess.
I'll make it a recruiting. It's like a tech recruiting kind of buzzword. Purple squirrel. Purple squirrel. We'll find you purple squirrels. Yeah.
All right.
Just to say that, like, we'll find you like the unique candidates.
The unique one. Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
I think of like a squirrel. I think of like somebody with a low attention span. That's what I think.
Yeah, maybe, actually. Also doesn't bode well, for the squirrel.
Yeah. Right on.
But there's no one person that's a perfect fit for a job. There's multiple people. There's
millions of people out there.
Millions of people, yeah. There's no purple squirrel.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2. What's your interview superpower that helps you spot a great candidate?
My biggest superpower is I'm most skeptical of myself. Yeah, so I question myself. What I really want to be true.
Yeah.
Is the one is the thing I need to dissect the most.
Yeah.
This also goes into like, if I find a great candidate, I really want to submit them and praise them and all that kind of stuff. I still try to mitigate my own bias and try not to put my own opinions or anything in there.
Right. That's got to be hard to do.
So tough. Yeah. And you know what?
You've got a gut feeling too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this person There's actually times where I thought a candidate wasn't going to be a good fit. I think this was a bad interview, and I go and grade it out, and I'm like, holy cow, this just recently happened.
Is that right?
Someone got like a really good grade. I forget what it was, but it was like, not that people should be graded, but
but I mean,
the
you gotta have
interview
a point of
itself
reference.
was,
Yeah,
exactly. The interview itself was like over 90%. I forget what it was, but
wow.
yeah, I'm like, this was fantastic. Like, I'm glad I didn't just like go with my gut feeling. So the ability to question myself and to tell the candidate and the client, like, don't just listen to me. Take everything I say with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I always make sure to say that to candidates if they're asking about the environment or the team of the clients and all that stuff.
Right.
Like, I think they're a good environment, but of course, I'm motivated to sell this to you because if you get the job, I get money.
Yeah.
So I need you to also go to Glassdoor, talk to people, do whatever, make sure this is a good fit for you. Don't just rely on me.
Totally.
As good as my intentions are, who knows, implicitly, unconsciously.
Yeah. Unconscious biases.
What I might be holding back, or
No, that's very humble of you.
Thank
very
you.
humble. Speaking about Glassdoor, how reliable is that website? Because I've gone on there a few times and looked just for curiosity's sake. There's a lot of bitchers and moaners on there, right? I mean, that's
what? That's a good point. Yeah. Necessary evil.
Yeah, is it okay?
I guess, yeah. So Glassdoor, they're really they force you to like do a lot of things. Like, you want to look at this data? Well, you got to put some more information about yourself, and like, sometimes you just like put BS in there so you can like unlock it.
All right.
So take it with a grain of salt there too. Okay. But at the same time, there is an argument to be made for all the negative type of.
There's smoke, there's fire, kind of thing.
Potentially. Yeah. But like what that fire is, this goes to employer branding. If you're not doing your recruitment well enough, if your recruitment process isn't high quality, and you accidentally bring somebody into your environment who wasn't a good fit to that environment, of course they're going to have a bad time.
Sure.
And very likely they're going to go on Glassdoor and just rip you apart and these guys don't know what they're doing. There's everything's chaos, and maybe it's not chaos. Maybe it's because it's startup.
Sure.
There's such a level of autonomy.
Yeah.
That individual wasn't prepared for it. Right. So it's not for them.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, because they put that negative review in there, and maybe the worst recruiting process that you have, that or these unfit folks you're bringing into your environment, the more negative reviews you're getting. Now you're starting to turn away people that would have been a great fit. Because now they're going to look at your Glassdoor reviews and be like, oh, this is a bad environment. Yeah. It's like, but it wasn't. You would have been happy.
Totally.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's that aspect of it too.
So there's not one element you can look at. You got to kind of look at the whole picture.
Look at the whole picture. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Question number 3. What question would you absolutely not answer in a job interview?
I mean, that could be discriminatory, obviously.
There's laws around that.
Right? I was going to say that's an easy one for recruiters. Yeah. Don't tell me your age. Don't tell me your race.
Your religion, anything like that. Yeah. That's good. Well, thank you very much for playing these 3 questions. That was fun.
It was fun. Yeah. Thank you.
Personal questions for you now. Okay.
Shoot.
First one. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Interesting. You know what? It's irrelevant whether or not I believe.
Oh man, you're so yeah.
Gotta be a skeptic, right?
You gotta be a skeptic. All right. I like to just know who I'm dealing with when I ask that question.
There you go.
That's good. What did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh,
little owl wandering around the playground. What were you dreaming about?
I don't think I told anyone this, so this is potentially embarrassing, but I wanted to be a superhero.
Ah, well, yeah.
I would, like, when I'm in the car, my dad's driving, I'm looking out the window, I was like picturing myself like parkouring off buildings and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's good. I've never heard that one before. No, it's not too late. Who knows? You know.
My body begs to differ.
What did your parents want you to be?
My mom wanted me to be a tall doctor.
Oh, okay.
So I failed on both.
Well, I don't think one of those things wasn't up to you.
It was so funny. Yeah, she would just be like, "You didn't do enough stretches. You should have been taller." That's how it works. She's like, "Look at these basketball players; they're so tall."
It was the smoking and the coffee at 13. That's what got me.
They're too addicting.
What was your first job?
Working with my dad. My dad had a little restaurant in downtown Calgary, Gallery Cafe. I think the whole building is condemned now.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. He didn't have it for too long. Just a little bit of help here and there.
For sure, for sure. So you're born and raised in Calgary?
No, but I've been in Calgary for over 30 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Born in Japan.
Way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Woke up Japan. That was my first language, and then I completely forgot it.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
And then I ran for about 6 years or so, and then Canada for the rest.
All right. Good for you. That's very cool. What was your favorite job?
My favorite job, aside from...
Or it could be this one.
Today?
It could be.
Oh, yeah. And
this one.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah.
I get to do exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm
solving problems. You're passionate about it.
Exactly. Yeah. This is exactly where I wanted to go. Is I want to do something that I'm passionate about and hopefully leave the world in a better place. And I hope through this company.
Yeah, that's admirable for sure. What is your special skill? Are you like a closet karaoke singer, or?
I'm 100% a lousy karaoke. My speaking voice is rough.
Speaking voice. What are you talking about? You can do a podcast. No problem.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes, I know.
I do. So this is a weird quirk.
All right.
And everybody judges me for it. And the only other person I ever found out can do this is my wife now. So yeah, we can both do a one-handed clap.
Oh, you got long fingers.
I guess so. Yeah, flexible fingers.
Interesting.
I got to demonstrate it, but.
Oh, that's the way you do it. Oh, okay.
Maybe this one would be closer to the.
That's awesome.
Feel free to cut that out.
That is a special skill. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Just remember doing it once for my wife's friends, and they're like, Julia can do it too. And I look over and she's looking back at me, and
soulmates.
Yeah,
soulmates.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're getting married.
All right. Have you ever been fired?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was a layoff, but to this day,
you still don't know?
Yeah. I'm like, they gave me a month notice. I still worked there for a good month. They said it was a layoff. They said it was a weird decision that came from the top kind of thing.
All right.
I was the last one in. So it was a last one in, first one out type of a scenario.
Yeah.
But I was never convinced that it wasn't because of
something else.
Something else. Yeah.
And they let you down easy.
Yeah. I think they were trying to. They're being nice about it.
Well, Al, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
We've said a lot. We've said a lot. Anything you want to kind of wrap up with? Direct people to a website?
Sure. Yeah. If you want to visit our website, we're very active on LinkedIn, the LinkedIn company page, Hammehr Talent Consultants. The way we try to approach our postings and stuff is there should always be a little bit of learning in there. So we try not to be the stereotypical influencer. And then, if anybody wants to reach out, if you're a job seeker looking to find strategies of how do I go about it as a salesperson, or is my resume up to par and stuff like that, always happy to have a conversation.
Excellent.
And if you're an employer looking to just nerd out and delve deeper into what is evidence-based recruiting, I'm not even going to sell a service or anything like that. Yeah, just let me
have a conversation.
And see if I can help your process.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Right on. Well, thanks again, Al. All the best with Hammehr Talent Consultancy.
Thank you very much.
And we'll talk again soon.
Really appreciate it. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, Al. You heard the man. If you'd like to have a conversation on your hiring process as an employer, a second set of eyes on your resume, or want to join Al in some nerdy recruiting conversations, reach out at their contact info in the show notes. And by the way, our sponsor, Cowboy Trail Brewery, has just released an even newer beer, Hippies and Cowboys Hazy New England IPA. The launch party is happening this Friday, November the 14th at 6 p.m. at the Bragg Creek Distillery, a.k.a. The Hut. So come on down, hippies, cowboys, hipsters. They'll let anyone in down there, including me. See you then, and have a great week.